Good morning. Today is Sunday, cloudy outside, and we are in the front the greatest and most beautiful building in our provinces. I could give you general information about this building, such as original name of this building is Manitoba Parliament Building, but I think it should be very interesting and very boring. So I decided to tell you few interesting mystical stories about this building. And I'm going to start from location. If you look on the map, you can see the Manitoba is geographic center of North America. I can show you map. And this building is located in the center of Winnipeg. So this building is heart of North America. I think it's very interesting and very important. The decor of this building is interesting too. Interior and exterior of Manitoba Legislative building full different mystical and interesting symbols from different culture, such as Greek and Egypt, or different religion, such as Christian or Judaism, from Judaism. Not many people know about construction of this building. Copied few ideas from first temple of King Solomon in Jerusalem. King Solomon was third king of Israel who built first temple, and he is a very important figure in Jewish history. And next my story will be about another famous Jewish person, about Moses. Inside, in the room, there is sculpture of Moses. Unfortunately, we are not able to see this because room is closed. But this sculpture is very, very interesting. This sculpture drew my attention because there are two horns on the head of Moses. If you can see, it's very interesting because he is not able to have any horns on the head. I checked this information in internet and I found answer. An original Hebrew text use word keren. This word has two meanings. One from them is horn, and another one is ray of light. So translator used wrong meaning. I think it's very important for us as student for English class. Let's go study English very well and don't make mistake when we translate something. This building has also the magic of Egypt. We can see two big sphinx on the roof, but I have pictures to show close. Sphinx on the roof. One from them faces on the rising side, and another one faces of setting sun. And the chest of Sphinx, we have two hieroglyphs, and meaning of these hieroglyphs is name of Pharaoh Tutankhamun III. Number 13 and number 666 are very considered in different cultures as mystical numbers. These numbers are very common in this building too. I will show you few examples. First one is group of 13 light, you can see now. Second one is very big black star on the floor. This size of this star is 13 feet across. The great stars are made up of 3 groups. Each group includes 13 steps every one. And another interesting fact about number 666. This room is exact size of this room is exactly 66.6 feet by 66.6 feet across. And if we continue, we can see head of Medusa. Medusa represents Greek culture. In Greek culture, Medusa is monster. But first of all, she was very beautiful woman. But after accident with Greek god of ocean, she transformed to monster. And today, Medusa in Greek culture is monster with family face and living head, snakes on the head.
Olga, there are two very big bison. Do you know why the bison is inside the building?
Oh yes, of course. Bison is Manitoba symbol, very famous Manitoba symbol. Two big bisons in this room represent North America. And I have very interesting story about this bison. They made from bronze. It's very. Each bison weighs 2.5 tons. And my story tells about to install this bison on a place safely without damaging this beautiful floor. Main entrance was flooded and frozen, and each bison was put on the big ice from Assiniboine River and safety sled on their place.
Beautiful story.
The black star on the floor is 13 feet across. It's very magic number too. I finished for today my stories, and I hope you excited from my stories, and in the future you will come to enjoy and to find different secrets and different stories this building gives.
Now I continue with our tour, but outside the building, because around the Legislature ground there are a lot of sculptures. Each sculpture have or tell us or teach us about the life in this city, about the life in this country. I choose 3 different sculptures. So now I will start talking about the first sculpture that I chose. It is the Queen Victoria. The Queen Victoria is in front of the Legislative building. The Queen Victoria was a rule of British Empire when Manitoba became a province. This sculpture was designed for George Frampton. George Frampton was a sculptor, used the same model in two different sculptures, and they are in 2 different cities in England. The Queen Victoria is holding in her right hand a scepter, and in her left hand an orb. The cost this sculpture was $15,000 and was paid for private fund and public fund. This is all my speaking about this. Now I will continue speak about 2 different sculptures. They are around the Legislative building. So, we follow me.
Anna-Marie, behind of Queen Victoria there is one sculpture, small sculpture. Do you have idea who is this?
Oh yes, of course. Thank you. Because I forget to speak about he. He is George England's patron saint. He is growing in her head with a dove that symbolizing the peace, and he is holding a sword, ready to defend freedom.
Okay.
Nice.
This-
Thank you.
Okay. See the second sculpture that I choose. The name is Tree Service Monument. This sculpture reminds the women who works in two world wars. During the First World War, near 3,000 women worked in about military women as nurses. And during the Second World War, around 45,000 women working in about nurses, drivers, telephone operators, parachutes, riders and mechanics in Canada Armed Forces. Yes, there are 3 women and it has a reason because 8 women represent 8 brands of Armed Force. 8 women represent the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. The women look like they are taking her job seriously, but it has just a high, a smile in her face. This monument was unveiled in July 1976. This is all about this monument. This is the third monument that I choose because it got more my attention. Then I will tell you why. This monument is also in the north part of the Memorial Park, near Tree Service Monument. This sculpture was officially unveiled in August 8, 2004, and remind the old peacekeepers who lost their life serving the country since the United Nations Charter on the 24th October in 1945. It has 3 pillars. The 8 pillars represent the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. And more recently, represent the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. The 3 pillars represent 2, the present, the past, and the future. When I began to read about all sculptures that are around this place, this special caught my attention more because I was peacekeeper too. And in 2007, when I worked in Haiti for United Nations as peacekeeper, I worked because in my country I was military woman. I worked and I know a lot of Canadian peacekeeper. I traveled around the Haiti in Canadian military helicopter too. So this is the reason why I feel connected with all monuments.
Sujata, do you have some information about this golden statue on the top of this building?
Oh yes. You know, as you told me about this building and these legislatures, there are lots of sculptures, and all sculptures, each sculpture has its own value and history. So the Golden Boy is the one of that. In 1911, the government of Manitoba announced plans to construct a new legislature. It was a time of great growth and prosperity in the province. And in 1881, constructions of the Canadian Pacific Railway began. Thousands of million immigrants started settling in Winnipeg and around the Winnipeg. And it was the great time of growth and prosperity in the province. So Manitoba politician and the province was rich of natural resources, and the city was the hub of agriculture, food trade, distribution, and wholesale enterprises. And Manitoba politicians agreed that their new legislature should be celebrations of this emerging strength and vitality. Simon and George Garget, French sculptors, well known how to create and design the human and animals figure and their statues. Simon basically belongs to the Greek German culture. A golden boy is a bronze statue. It was modeled after the Roman god of Mercury. It represents eternal youth and spirit of enterprises. He is a symbol of prosperity and its soul. The golden boy was placed on top of the legislative building on November 21st, 1990. Like the legislative building, the golden boy is filled with symbolism. As a runner, he symbolizes Manitoba in motion. He faces the north with its mineral resources, fish, forest, forests, water, and seafood, where his province's future lies. He carries a sieve of golden grain in his left hand, and his right hand he is carrying a hive of torch. After the statue was completed, he was landed to be transported to Canada. But on that time, the World War I started, and it was difficult to ship to arrive in Winnipeg on that time. Finally, the World War ended. The ship landed on Halifax, Nova Scotia. After that, he shipped by train to Winnipeg. Finally, he installed in the top of the legislative building in November 21, 1990. In 1951, it was painted in 24-carat golden leaf, Canadian leaf. In 2002, the statue needed to be reglided. It was lowered to the ground. It was repaired and painted it full of public view. And then he finally installed in the top of the legislative building. Oh, so isn't it interesting, Maria and Olga, about this building?
Yes, of course. A lot of things, very interesting.
Yeah, really, the place is so beautiful, and this building is really such an old building, and there are so many nice sculptures, and all sculptures have its own meaning, and the gardens are manicured, and this place is worthwhile for visit. So I would suggest to all my friends in my classroom, please come and visit and learn about this building and their historical place for Canada because we are new and we need to know about the Canada, their culture. So all my friends, please come with you and with your family and visit this place. Thank you very much. Hope we will see you.
Yes.
Thank you, Sujata.
Yeah, this is, hey, have
Yes.
fun. The
Okay.
weather is so nice right now.
I talk with my friend for this beautiful place.
Yeah, and let's have a cup of tea
Okay.
together. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.